Hello, lovely people. It's always a pleasure to come to you. I hope everyone is doing well by God's grace. I'm also doing well. So today I'm going to be sharing with you this amazing recipe. This recipe here, it is just so delicious, right? You know what I mean when I get into this recipe. But this recipe is what I call Koobi gravy. Okay, Koobi gravy, right? So with the Koobi gravy, let's start dealing with the Koobi. So I've got some Koobi, proper Koobi. I mean, like when I say Koobi, the proper one, Ankasa. Yeah. So I'm going to cut off all the fins and all the little bits, right? And then I will cut it into two, right? I make sure that if there are any salt in the guts, I remove all the salt, okay? And I cut it, I divide it into two. That's all you need to do. You can leave it as whole, but it's I like to cut it into two, okay? So I cut it and give it a quick wash, okay? And I pour a whole lot of water to cover the entire Koobi, and I set it aside for 1 to 2 hours. The longer the better. This is so that we're trying to take out the salt from it, okay? So the rest of our ingredients, I have my onions, my tomatoes, then I have my chili flakes. Chili flakes, it is for a reason. I'll tell you more about it. And I have my hwentia, grains of Selim, and here are my calabash nutmeg, wedea that I have, crushed a bit, and some red onions, and my spice cubes, okay? And also I have some eggs, which I'll boil to add onto it, Eggs there is always a winner when you're doing Ampesi, okay? So I have my salt and my black pepper, and I also add some vegetable bouillon as well, but that I didn't show. So yeah, I've peeled my yam and my plantain and everything, and here I'm seasoning it with salt, okay? So we'll be doing it alongside, right? We'll be cooking the plantain and the yam alongside making the gravy. Yeah, okay. So that's my plantain. So I've peeled my plantain, my green plantain, and I've divided them into two because it is not apem, it is apentu. Where I live, I don't have apem. So when you get the green ones like that, just divide it into two, and I'll show you how to cook it to get similar to the apem, kind of texture or flavor. Yeah. So yeah, that's it cooking. I've washed my Koobi, I've washed it, and it's ready for the next steps. For the next step is we are going to fry the Koobi. Yes, we are frying the Koobi. Believe it or not, the Koobi is being fried. Okay, so you fry the Koobi. You see the Koobi, there's one that looks whiter than the normal. The one that looks whiter is the one I made myself some time back. Okay, and the one that looks like normal Koobi is straight from Ghana. Yeah, so that's why it looks a bit white. It's not anything. It's just one is homemade and one is shop bought, market bought, whatever. Yeah, so we fry it to make sure both sides, we're trying to get it to be a bit, crispy. Is it crispy? So we try and brown both sides and make it, a bit harder. This Koobi is not cooked. And we're now starting to cook it, right? So as we're frying it, it's also a process of sort of cooking it. Okay, so I'm cooking it, I'm frying it, both sides, turning it, You can deep fry it if you want, but, it's just a waste of oil because at the end, you can't use this Koobi. You can use it, but for me, it was very dark. Look at how dark it looks right now. And I didn't know what else I can do. I didn't want to use it to make the stew because then the stew might be too salty. So, so you can taste it if it's enough or you can use it, but I didn't use it. I just poured that out and cleaned the saucepan and brought it back. So I add a little bit more oil to the saucepan, then we'll start making our stew. Okay. It's just a normal process of making a stew, gravy. Okay. So just pour in your chopped onions and bay leaves. Okay. You just fry it for about 2 to 3 minutes, right? Then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. Okay. So we're going to use chili flakes because chili flakes, they have a special flavor. It hasn't got that fresh flavor. It gives you the dry local flavor. When you're grinding pepper, right, and you use let me come back to it. So here, once your yam boils, then you put in your plantain. Okay, your plantain. So I'm putting the green plantain and some ripe plantain as well. So as soon as it boils, here, that is where I always try to explain it. As soon as it jumps over, right, then you that is it, it's ready, because the yam is very soft. The yam is puna, the one that any gunu huni binti and chena be, right? Okay, so I added my chili flakes, and here goes in my stock cubes. Is it stock cubes I call them? No, my spice cubes. Okay, so what, and then goes in my tomato, and now it's just going to simmer, and then we add our spices. Then we'll just join it, or we marry it. We join them in holy matrimony. You know, the Koobi and the stew in holy matrimony. And here the trick is stew nemu chim abomuno chim nemunya dry. That is the key here. Chima, then the thing will pop, the taste will pop, pa. So here, once my yam and plantain has jumped over, all that I need to do is just to drain it. I'm going to drain the water from it. I just test it with the fork to see that it's good. And here, by doing this, by adding the plantain to it later in life, right? Then what it means is that your plantain is not going to be very soft. It's not going to be like it will taste like, yeah. Then the next thing is you remove it and you put it in cold water to stop the cooking process, so that it doesn't become soft like what the fufu no. So like, but it tastes like apentu, like bodia for you, right? You get what I mean? Okay. So yeah. So here I'm adding my calabash nutmeg that I've crushed, and then I'll add my grains of Selim, and here black pepper, all the other bits just added here. Let it stir. Grains of Selim, that is it. You let it stir. That is hwentia. Yeah, hwentia. You let it simmer for a bit, and my bouillon I mentioned. Let it simmer for a bit. Then yeah, pretty much. It's very, very easy, but it's the tastiest thing. The tastiest thing you ever eat. I was going to say the tastiest thing you ever taste. That's what my mother would say, tautology. Anyway, so yeah, here goes in my Koobi, right? Then your salted fish, Koobi salted fish here. You give it a stir and let it simmer. Let it simmer for about 5 minutes, so that all the salt and the thing will go into the intotos of the thing. Yeah, inside of the thing. That is what I mean. So here I'm just adding my red onions, really, just to give it a bit of garnish, but also it gives it a bit more bite to it. So like, as you said, you see the onions. That's why I cut it this way intentionally, so that when it breaks apart, it's like, it is just laced in your stew all over, and it makes it so beautiful. This dish is just a winner. It's always a winner. If you like Koobi, if you like stew, you like Ampesi, this one too, when you eat it with rice, it's also amazing. Just that make sure you don't eat it with a spoon or a fork or any cutlery. Use your fingers. That is when you feel the thing. The thing will go into your inside. Say yes, this Koobi stew. It's a winner. It's amazing. So yeah, so that is it. Our stew is done. And I was talking about some pepper, using that crushed pepper, the dry pepper. It has a different taste to the fresh pepper. And it's like, yana. They be in the way. Description in New Now, so take my word for it. Trust me, it tastes good when you use that. But then you can use any chili of your choice. But I'm just recommending that if you want to try this Koobi gravy, this is the way to go. All right, so my stew is ready, and yeah, I had it as you saw it. I had it with my plantain, my yam, and then my ripe plantain as well. So amazing. Later on, I had it with the rice, and that was what I was telling you to use your fingers to eat. This is that kind of food now. You can say, "Hey, they need a bay there and pan." So that is it. A bay there. So I hope you try it and let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for joining me, and please like, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for those who have subscribed, and share it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.